I was interested in, the things that I was naturally good at, you know, my own personal like convictions, and then that's when I was able to come up with something that fit me. So you might have to get creative with what it is that you want to do. You know, you might start out saying, oh, I want to be a doctor, but you hate the sight of blood. So that's not really going to make a good doctor. So, but if you want to be a doctor because, you know, you figure out that you just really like helping people and making people feel better, then maybe you can't be like a doctor like in a hospital that does surgeries and all that stuff, but maybe you can be a mental health counselor because that's, you know, so you just got to kind of get creative. And for me, that's when my last year, well, I only had 1 year of grad school, but towards the end, I was so discouraged, and I was calling my mama. I wanted to quit grad school, y'all, because I knew I didn't want to go into social work. But, you know, it was just draining. I was so, I guess, scared, because it's scary not knowing what you want or whatever. And so then I ended up interning or assisting this girl who had a blog, and I was like, I kind of like this thing, and I just happened to also be good at writing. So I was like, okay, well, you know, what can come out of this? And she happened to also work at the magazines that I work at now, and she put in a good word. So and I've never, like, I hadn't even, being a writer just didn't even enter my mind. Like, it was not even anything that I had ever before considered, but I had to kind of, like, get together my, like I said earlier, the things that I was good at and the things that I was interested in. I was interested in fashion. I was interested in beauty. I was interested in sending a message to a certain group of people. I was interested in advocacy, you know, so all of these things kind of came together in a very non-traditional way for me, and it all worked out. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend, you know, trying to get creative with your options and experimenting with different things. And you can start now. Y'all are young, but you can still start with whatever it is that you think you want to do. You can start volunteering. If you want to be, what does somebody want to be? Just throw something out. Justin, what do you want to be? A police officer? Okay, so he can start, you know, going on Google. He probably knows how to work the internet because now children really young do. So go on Google, figure out, okay, what do police officers need? What do they have to do? What are some of the risks involved of being a police officer? And then that way you can better nail down, you know, your idea. If you know what goes into it and what is required of it, then you can say, okay, is this for me or is this not for me? You know, and then take advantage of the people around you. If you want to be a singer, you have a singer here, right here in your church. Be like, hey, Sister Joyce, you know, you can ask her questions and ask her if you can be her assistant or whatever. And don't ever be afraid to start too small. You know, if you want to be a singer, don't just think because you went to Joyce, she's going to let you be her backup singer because you might not be good enough yet. And that's okay, but it's just about going to her and, you know, asking her, can I do this for you? Just being around her. When you're around people who are where you want to be, it helps you and you learn so much. Like, you don't even realize how much you're learning. And then before you know it, you just have so much information and you're able to talk about whatever industry and you're able to, you know, just, I don't know, like you're very aware of it and it'll help you and you'll figure out what you need to do from there.